In this video, we will be taking a look at how to escape the matrix of negative thinking. Let me tell you a story about how my own brain became my biggest obstacle. It's a tale of self-doubt, negative spirals, and the surprisingly simple realization that changed everything. A few years back I bombed a presentation. It wasn't just a minor stumble, it was a full-blown disaster. Full-on, face-plant, awkward silence. The kind of silence that stretches on forever, punctuated only by the sound of my own rapidly beating heart. My mind instantly launched into a self-destruction marathon, a relentless barrage of negativity. You're an idiot. A complete and utter failure. Everyone thinks you're a fraud. They're just waiting for you to mess up again to expose your incompetence. You'll never get another shot. This was your one chance and you blew it. This wasn't a one-time event. This wasn't just about one bad presentation. It was my brain's default setting, my go-to response to any perceived failure or setback. Every minor setback became proof I was fundamentally flawed. Each mistake was amplified, twisted into evidence of my inherent worthlessness. The spiral felt true, inescapable, like reality itself. It was as if my brain was actively rewriting my past and predicting a bleak future, all based on this negative narrative. I started seeing evidence everywhere, confirming my worst fears. A missed smile interpreted as disapproval. A job rejection, solidifying my belief that I wasn't good enough. A friend's offhand comment, misconstrued as a personal attack. It became a self-fulfilling prophecy, paralyzing me. The fear of failure became so overwhelming that it prevented me from even trying. I avoided risks, shrinking away from anything that might expose me to potential criticism. Turned down opportunities, convinced I would only fail and embarrass myself. And isolated myself, cutting myself off from support and connection. Why? Because doing nothing felt safer than risking more proof of my inadequacy. The comfort of stagnation outweighed the potential for growth and fulfillment. I was living in a prison built from my own thoughts, a self-imposed confinement fueled by fear and self-doubt. Breaking out seemed impossible, a Herculean task beyond my capabilities, like arguing with gravity, a constant, unwavering force holding me down. But here's the secret, the game-changing realization that finally broke the cycle. Those bars aren't real. The prison walls are an illusion. They only feel real. The fear is palpable, the doubt is deafening, but they are not based in truth. The first step to escaping, the initial move towards freedom, realizing you're the one holding the key. You have the power to unlock the prison and step into the light. Your mind can be your worst enemy, but it doesn't have to be. You can learn to reprogram your thoughts, to challenge the negative narratives, and to cultivate self-compassion. The spiral is seductive, but it's not the truth. It's a distorted reflection, a funhouse mirror version of reality. You can break free. You have the strength, the resilience, and the power to rewrite your story. So what is this negative thinking bullshit? Negative thinking isn't just feeling sad or angry, it's the story you tell yourself about those feelings. It's your mind turning a simple event like a bad grade into a blockbuster called, "I'm a failure forever." Think of it like the matrix you're living in, a reality constructed by your own mental habits. This mental matrix feels real, dictating what you see, feel, and believe. It whispers that you're not enough, that trying is pointless. The trap works because it sounds logical. I said something awkward, so I should avoid parties forever. But it's a lie, a shortcut your brain takes to avoid discomfort. Our brains are wired for negativity. It kept us alive in the past. Now it just makes us anxious about texts and social media. Your brain is running outdated software. Recognizing this is the first step to unplugging from its bullshit. You can rewrite the code. You can't fight an enemy you can't see. It's like trying to box with a ghost or navigate a maze blindfolded. You're swinging wildly, expending energy but achieving nothing. Negative thoughts are background noise, that constant hum of self-doubt and worry that permeates our daily lives. They become so familiar you barely notice them, like the ticking of a clock or the distant traffic. They fade into the background of your mind. The first step is awareness. It's about waking up from that mental autopilot and shining a light on those hidden thoughts. Start catching yourself in the act. Become a detective of your own mind, observing the thoughts that pass through without judgment. Don't judge the thoughts, just notice them. Simply acknowledge their presence, like watching clouds drift across the sky. For 1 week, jot down every negative thought you catch. Carry a small notebook and pen with you, ready to capture those fleeting moments of negativity. Write them exactly as they pop up, no filters. Don't censor yourself or try to make them sound better, just raw, unfiltered honesty. At the end of the week, you'll see patterns. Recurring themes and familiar criticisms will begin to emerge from the data. Maybe you're harsh about your looks or always expect the worst at work. Seeing these thoughts on paper makes them less powerful. They lose their grip on you when you bring them into the light. "I'm a failure" looks a lot less convincing in black and white. It's easier to see the absurdity and irrationality of those statements when they're written down. This practice creates distance. You are not your thoughts. Your thoughts are simply visitors passing through your mind. You're the observer, not the storm. You are the calm eye in the center of the hurricane, watching the chaos unfold without being swept away. By noticing your thoughts, you take back your power. You reclaim control of your mind and your emotions. Just because your brain says something doesn't make it true. Our brains are wired to identify potential threats, which can lead to exaggerated and negative thinking. It's just a suggestion, often a terrible one. Like unsolicited advice from a stranger, you don't have to take it. Awareness is your superpower. Use it to break the cycle. Break free from the chains of negative thinking and create a more positive and empowering reality. The more you notice, the less control those thoughts have. They lose their power to dictate your feelings and actions. You can choose what to believe. You have the power to select the thoughts that serve you and reject the ones that hold you back. That's real freedom, the freedom to choose your own thoughts and create your own reality. Once you catch a negative thought, put it on trial. Don't accept your mind's testimony without evidence. Become your own skeptical lawyer. Ask, where's the proof? Is this 100% true? Are there other explanations? Example. A friend doesn't text back. Your brain screams, they hate me. Objection. What's the evidence? Maybe they're busy or their phone died. Find the cognitive distortion. Are you catastrophizing, mind-reading, overgeneralizing? Naming the distortion weakens its grip. One bad test doesn't make you an idiot. This isn't about fake positivity, it's about realism. Instead of "they hate me," try "I don't know why they haven't replied." Instead of "I'm a failure," try "I didn't do well this time, I can improve." The goal is a balanced, neutral perspective. It's less dramatic but way more useful. Question your thoughts and you'll find most of them don't hold up. That's how you take back control. After you catch and question a thought, it's time to reframe. This isn't about delusion or cheesy positivity, it's about finding a more helpful, compassionate perspective. Replace the old thought with something that serves you. The reframe must be believable, no unicorn fantasies. Focus on learning, problem-solving, or self-compassion. Bomb to presentation. Instead of "I'm a fraud," try "that was rough, but failure is how I learn. What can I do better next time?" Got unfollowed? Instead of "what's wrong with me?" try "my value isn't tied to a follow count." The reframe shifts power back to you. It takes practice. Your brain's been running the old script for years. At first it'll feel awkward, but every time you reframe, you strengthen a new mental pathway. Over time, it becomes your default. You're not just changing thoughts, you're rewiring your brain. That's real progress. Keep practicing, you'll get better at it. Let's get real. Life as a teenager can feel like navigating a minefield of emotions and expectations. School, with its constant pressure to perform, friends, and the ever-present drama that can come with them, and social media, with its curated realities, are the main battlegrounds where your mental resilience is constantly tested. Bad grade? Automatic thought. I'm stupid, my life is over. It's easy to fall into that trap. Catch it, question it. Is one grade your whole future? No, absolutely not. Reframe. This grade sucks, but I can learn from this, identify where I went wrong, and try a new strategy next time. Friend drama? You feel left out. Maybe you saw a post of them hanging out without you. Think, they don't like me anymore. It's a painful feeling, that sting of rejection. Question it. Is there real evidence, concrete proof, or are you connecting imaginary dots based on your insecurities? Reframe. I feel disconnected, so instead of jumping to conclusions, I'll reach out, communicate, and see what's really going on. Social media? You scroll through endless feeds and think, my life is pathetic, boring, and insignificant compared to their seemingly perfect existence. Catch it. Question it. Are you comparing your everyday reality, the messy, unfiltered version, to their carefully curated highlight reel? Yes, of course you are. Reframe. Social media isn't real life, it's a distorted reflection. I'll focus on my own journey, my own goals, and my own happiness. The pattern is the same: negative thoughts, those automatic reactions, make you feel helpless and trapped. Reframing, consciously choosing a different perspective, puts you back in control of your emotions and your actions. It's about what you can do, the steps you can take, not just passively accepting what's happening to you. You're not a victim of your circumstances, tossed around by the whims of fate. You're the agent of your own life, the author of your own story. Take responsibility for your perspective, for how you choose to see the world. That's where your power truly lies. Don't give it away to those negative thoughts. Choose your response. Choose empowerment. That's how you win, not just in the moment, but in the long run. Positive self-talk sounds cheesy, but it doesn't have to be. The key is gritty self-compassion, not fake positivity. Treat yourself like you'd treat a struggling friend. If your friend bombed an interview, you wouldn't say, "You're a loser." You'd say, "That was rough. Don't be so hard on yourself. What happened?" Self-compassion is turning that voice inward. Change your inner tone. Instead of "you idiot," try "that didn't go as planned." It's okay to feel disappointed. This shift moves you from judgment to observation. Mistakes are universal, not a personal flaw. Another trick: swap "but" for "and." I want to go to the gym and I'm tired. This validates both realities and helps you make better choices. Maybe you just go for a walk instead. It's about working with your reality, not fighting it. Be your own ally. Self-compassion isn't weakness, it's your secret weapon. Use it. Real self-care isn't about bath bombs. It's about building a stable life. The basics matter most: sleep, movement, and nutrition. Sleep is the foundation. Without it, your brain can't regulate mood or thoughts. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours. It's non-negotiable. Movement matters too. You don't need to be an athlete, just move regularly. Exercise fights anxiety and depression, boosts mood, and reduces stress. Find something you don't hate and do it often. Nutrition fuels your brain. Junk food makes your mind sluggish. Eat more real food: veggies, fruit, protein, drink water. These habits aren't glamorous, but they're the bedrock of mental health. Neglect them, and everything else gets harder. Build your mental fortress brick by brick. Consistency beats perfection. Take care of your basics, and your mind will be stronger. Self-care is maintenance, not indulgence. Do the boring work. It pays off. So here we are. We've covered the spiral, the enemy, and the battle plan: catch, question, reframe. We've talked about real-world challenges and the basics of self-care. But reading this changes nothing. Action does. This isn't a one-time fix, it's a practice, a skill you build over time. You'll mess up, forget, and fall back into old patterns. That's normal. The goal isn't perfection, it's persistence. Be a little better today than yesterday. Get back up one more time than you fall. The choice is yours. Stay trapped in your mind's matrix or take the wheel. Be skeptical of your own brain. Be compassionate with yourself. Do the hard, repetitive work of building a better mental life. Start small. Notice one negative thought, challenge one assumption. Take a short walk. Your life is happening now, not in the past or future. You decide how to experience it. Be the master of your mind, not its prisoner. The choice is yours. Remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.